as a woman, we all are having amazing powers and skills which can help us to achieve our dreams and fight challenges in life. Many women across the globe forget those powers or even are not aware about those powers. Through this episode, Let's Erase Domestic Violence talk show, we want to reach out to women globally who are facing this violence, that there are people who can help them out and they can be empowered to face these challenges. In today's episode, we are having a victim who is a fighter who is facing challenges to get maintenance for herself and her three girls. She has completely transformed herself while going through this journey of applying for a divorce and standing up for herself. She's going to share what was missing in herself before, which could have helped her to come out of the challenges and stand for herself. She's also going to share a message for women folk around that what are the must things for every woman to prioritize in their life. We are also having Dr. Kirti, president of Vasave Mahila Mandali NGO, who is doing incredible work for women empowerment in India. She's going to share about her observations after hearing to so many stories related to domestic violence, what challenges they are facing, and what every woman should prioritize in their life. So they can teach their daughters also, and they don't have to face those challenges. Welcome, Dr. Kirti. Welcome, the victim and the fighter in this episode. So yes, victim, I would rather address you as a fighter. Please share your story with us.
Yes, sure. Thank you, Charu, and hello, everyone. I would also like to be addressed as a fighter because that is the spirit that I would like to go ahead with my life. And to just give you a brief insight from where I come, I just give you it very briefly. I got married to a very high-ranking official in the government 17 years back, and I am now separated since 2 years. And I'm very proud to share that I'm mother of three lovely girls. And I've been a cabin crew. I've flown for 10 years in an international airline. And then I was a trainer with the Air Hostess Academy. And then I took a sabbatical after my second daughter was born. And then the subsequent pregnancies started after that because I had a lot of pressure from my in-laws side and my husband to have a baby boy. And I had my third baby. And then after the third baby, I also had 2 abortions until I was 41. Now I stand at 44. And at 41, I had my last pregnancy before I put my foot down that I will not allow anyone else to make decisions about my body if I am not mentally ready to have a baby, and that too with conditions that it has to be a baby boy, and I'm not even responsible for it. So I would say that at that particular time, I made this decision that that's it. I am going to not take it anymore. And I had started working at the age of 20, and I thought at the age of 20, if I can take care of a family, I'm just double the age and I'm more experienced. So why not instead of feeling sorry and instead of feeling bad about the situation, why not I just strive to become a better version of myself, and I have the capability. So I did a course. I started moving out, which was totally not acceptable to my husband. And they were not happy about me taking up a course because I wanted to bridge a gap between what I was doing. And because of this 8 years, 9 years in between when I was just having children, I had lost touch with the outside world because we live in our own cocoons, as government officials' wife. You completely start, we as women anyways are nurturers. So we generally like to please our families. When we get married, we have a new kitchen, we get used to new norms, we get used to new dressing style, we do everything to please them. And then one moment of truth is when you want to just express your feelings, your desire, and that is also not something that I wanted from my life for myself. I just couldn't understand the logic behind going pregnancy after pregnancy, doing these totkas. And I, as an educated woman, kept doing it to please them. And I completely lost confidence in my capabilities. So what I thought was that as a survivor of this storm, as someone who does not believe in inequality at
Mm-hmm.
any level, I wanted to just, rise myself above these situations and stop being a victim, stop feeling sorry for
Wonderful.
myself and my children. And I decided to file a case. So I went ahead, and because the moment I said no for a child, I started getting financially isolated. We have three houses after marriage. The rent goes to him. I had no idea about my properties, where the houses were. I just knew the city that they were. I didn't know how big they were, how much rent comes. So what I did was, I started like taking charge of these things, and I felt that this had to change. So from there, I began my quest, and my husband would took away the car keys. He said, "What have you brought it at dowry? Why do you need the car?" So we had two cars, and he took away. And I was like, that it would have been better if you asked for dowry. At least I wouldn't have married you in the first place. So, as women, we always have to, we are subjected to these kind of insults. So, to rise above it is the only choice you have, or you can just live in this dungeon all your life. So I have started freelancing. I have started becoming more confident. I started doing networking. I started getting out of my comfort zone. And I have been taking some training sessions. And although I am not at a level where I should have been if I would not have given up my career for my family,
Family.
I'm sure I would have been doing much better. But this is a lesson that I have learned, and I don't want my peers to go through this kind of ignorance. I would call it ignorance, because we feel we have a very we are in our own cocoon. We have a house, we have financially we are fine, we have children, we feel, oh, everything,
Everything
I
is
have
there.
jewelry, I have house, everything is there.
Correct.
And then suddenly when you voice up, everything is gone. So as a woman, I want to ask you, like, before marriage, I bought this place. It's with my mom. I gave it to my mom because I lost my father very early in life. So that flat belongs to my mother now. After marriage, I bought three houses with my husband. I don't have any, two of them are in my name, but I don't have any kind of access to them. Then what are we left with? My
Very
husband
true.
says, just have one more baby, I will give you my property. So that was like an eye opener, that I thought we were a team, we were working together. I was trying to fulfill his wish to have a baby boy, but then all he said to
Yes.
me was this, that he will give me property. So what I would like to tell my peers over here is that to be aware about what you own. I'm not saying go out and out and fight with your family. I endured it for 6 years before I took up this decision. I knew it was coming sooner or later, but I chose to go to the court now, seek help from them legally, because I thought at 44 I can still do a lot of things. I can still restart to take care of my girls. But at 7, 8 years, if I do the same thing, I was doubtful that I would be able to have this kind of energy or strength in me. So luckily for me, my family has been very supportive, because they know that the reason behind the failure of marriage. They know I have strived a lot. So ladies, please have good set of friends around you. Just because you get married, don't stop keeping in touch with your friends. That's what usually used to happen to my generation, because there was no Facebook, WhatsApp at that time. So I don't know where my college friends or school friends are. So your family is there to back you, but then we need friends. They are the real pullers during this time. So please stay in touch with these people who are going to pull you through these bad times, and also believe in your capabilities. We are capable, we were capable, and it doesn't go away from you just because you become a mother or a daughter-in-law, or you have family responsibilities. Our talent stays with us. So this is what I would like to tell everyone, that please don't stop believing
Stop
in
just.
yourself. Yes.
Hats off to you, fighter, for the spirit, and it's amazing to know the way you have gone through all those challenging situations, such a painful journey, and then you stood for your girls. You completely transformed yourself. You just are a new version of yourself, and you have worked upon yourself to
Yes.
stand on your feet and to face challenges and take responsibility for all three girls. It's something which is incredible, and my best wishes to you that you get more strength and you can come up winner, and you can support your girls and support yourself fully on yourself. So with this discussion, I will highlight 3 4 points which are coming in front of me. So fighter, you have shared that you were not aware about your finances. You just completely lost your identity because you were happily in a cocoon, as you mentioned that you were happy in that cocoon, and you
Yes.
never thought about your personality, where it is going. And the third thing, you were not aware about how you are going to have your future for yourself. So just share about the insights. What do you think, how women should be mindful from the beginning? I mean, we have to give this message across to girls who are preparing for married life, or women who are in the marriage bond, what they should be mindful of. Can you highlight those three strong points so we it make it strong, and every woman should hear it and share with her network that we all have to be aware in our life?
Yes, what I learned from my life is that we must, if we have been in a career,
Okay.
keep that money safely with you, because we get like overly generous, we get that family feeling. And I really pray that, your dreams do come true and your man really looks after you, instead of thinking about property and money and whatever. But then it is not being selfish to safeguard your own finances. So we as women, we lose what we make before marriage, we
Yeah.
lose what we have after marriage. Because like, when my husband went and bought these properties, I gave him, he wanted like bulk money, so he said, I need to do down payments, can you give me? And I was like, okay. He says, I'll give it back to you.
Because
It
that trust
never
factor was there.
happens.
Yeah, that trust factor
Yes,
was there.
and it never happens. So please know your properties, where
One
it is
thing.
coming from, who is the tenant who's staying there, what is the address, what is the size of the thing. Write down your own policies, whatever you have. Like, I have some policies which I had taken, and those really helped me these 2 years. To I got some payments done. So luckily for me, I had been in a long career, but then how did it help me? It
Very
helped me
true.
with nothing. So you, whatever you've done, whatever I've done in my life is gone. So what you have to do is to be aware about what you own and just safeguard it.
Very
if
true.
if a moment of bad time, of course it will help you, it will help your husband, and you will know that whether you should be able to, you should be giving it or not.
Oh yeah.
And secondly, what I would like to say is that as women, let's be sensitive to one another. Like, I
Very
had
true.
some examples. Yeah,
Please
I
share.
had, we women, we must uplift each other, rather than, have you heard the saying that aurat aurat ki dushman hoti hai?
Very true.
It's only
We
because,
have to change it.
if my mother-in-law understands that it's not in my daughter, she's already had 5 pregnancies, why am I subjecting her to this kind of torture? Why can't I just let her live her life? I have just one life as well.
Very true.
Secondly, what I experienced was, like, this lady I spoke to, I don't even know her, she's my daughter's classmate's mother. And
Hmm.
she told me, oh, you have 3 children, so did you want a boy? Did you have the third one because you have a
She
boy?
assumed.
You
She
wanted a
assumed.
boy? Yeah. So I asked her, how many children do you have? And she said, I have 2 daughters and a son later. So I was amazed, that she actually can say this, because for her it is okay to have 2 girls and then have a boy, which is legitimate, but I cannot have 3 girls, and she's actually questioning me. And I want
Strange.
to ask everyone who's listening to me today, if a woman has 3 sons, do you go and ask her, why did you have the third
Third
child?
side.
We never ask, we just accept it that it's okay. They wanted to have a bigger family, it's fine. But why do you ask a person who has 3 daughters if she wants trying for a son? Or did you get it checked? Are you taking a chance? I mean, Why be insensitive? Why can't you just curb your
Sensitivity is
curiosity?
missing. Very true. We have to
Yes. So
change
I
that.
would like to tell them that, somebody might be going through a storm. For me, I was able to fight it because that's how, at a young age, I started working, and I've had like varied experiences. But you might actually pull a person down by saying these things, a
Very
person who
true.
is not that high spirited, or someone who is not that strong. You might just, she might be trying to gather courage to fight, and then you ask her this. Imagine how much of her self confidence is gone in answering your question. So please, ladies, let's be sensitive to one
Each
another, let's
other.
uplift
Support
one
each other.
another. Yeah, we can empower each other, we can support each other in so many ways. So let's try and stick to that,
Fantastic.
the positive part of it. Yes.
Fantastic. So, yes, we will love to listen from Dr. Kirti now, and we will love to know like what she has observed during her journey when she's meeting such women who are facing domestic violence in their life.
First, let me congratulate the survivor and fighter.
Yes.
I always tell
Thank you.
women are never a loser. We are
Never.
always a champion.
Yes.
No, not at all. So how do we become it? Because our fighter told that when she has 3 girl children, people question that.
Yep.
Do you want to get them for a boy child? I want to start with many women who comes to us, they tell that we are so unlucky for giving birth for a female baby. So the change has to start from us within and also from the other women.
The mindset has to change.
Yeah. So the mindset has to be changed. It is, why do we want to have a son preference is, previously in the olden days, it's like incarnation factor, where it is making them to have a son preference. But nowadays, even the women are also doing all the funeral.
Very true.
So that's why the women are best achievers in life, best managers. And also, we see many women, even today morning also, I met a woman who is of 30 years, not yet married. And when I asked her, she told that she want to marry a person with a government job. I asked why? So that I can relax. No need to do a job. So we just completely withdraw from all our educated skills and knowledge.
Important point.
I think that marriage is the only thing which makes us comfortable. But when the situation comes up, we should remember 2 things. One is every working woman try to continue even work from home and also balancing between personal life and professional life. That's very, very important. Yes, there will be some stress when we have to manage it. Even I have also gone through all those things. We all have to learn how to reduce our stress and be more management in time and more disciplined. And also, do not give away your ATM cards or bank cards. Try to have a decision making on your own finances. Yes, you will discuss with your husband, but try to have a decision making and hold on managing your own finances. As our fighter told that many a times at when we stepped into the husband's house, we do not know what are their finances, never even reveal it to it. But it creates a lot of hell when we go into a marital discard, even sometimes when the husband dies suddenly also. So my preference is that all women, whether you are educated or uneducated, those who are all hearing, tell to your daughters that not to give up everything for the sake of the marriage. Marriage is a one thing in life, but they have to continue working in the job, whichever is comfortable for them, balancing between personal life and professional life, and taking care of the children also, which is very, very essential, and make your daughters to be very powerful fighters, and also continue the friendship, their classmates, from the childhood.
Childhood.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very important,
Important.
because many a times we just give up everything once the marriage is over. But continue your job, continue your friends, continue your family relations, and learn some more skills to make your life much more comfortable, because motherhood is very, very essential where we can enjoy it. But at the same time, do not give up your life. This
Wonderful
is what
share,
I
Dr.
want to tell.
Kirti.
Yeah, and
Wonderful
I
There is
share.
one
hope,
more thing. I'm sorry to
yeah, no
interrupt. There is one
silence
thing.
for violence.
Yeah.
No silence for
There's one thing
violence.
which I
Yes.
faced.
Yes, fighter.
There's
Please
one
share.
thing which I faced during this time. I mean, legal mess, of course, it is something that we all know about the Indian judiciary system. It takes a bit longer to get justice, but then in the end, you do get justice. But there was one thing which I faced a lot. After moving out from my husband's house, I moved into a rented house. And the biggest challenge I faced was because my husband refused to make my driving license. He just started like the non-cooperative movement, at home. So the problem that I faced was whenever somebody asked me for a resident proof, there was nothing in my name. Everything was my husband's name. The bills come in my husband's name, the electricity bill, the internet bill, the job letter that you need, from your husband's office, that he's working in this office, because then I wasn't working. So I want to ask that these are the challenges which I feel that a woman doesn't have any solution about it. I mean, we get stuck in this kind of a
Situation.
storm. Yeah. So if something can be done about that, maybe as single mothers, they can be, we can quote our letter, our divorce case is going on, and then I'm married to this person, but this person is not giving. So here is my permanent address or something like that, some
That
document
can be
which
helpful.
establishes,
Yep.
yeah, which establishes, because I didn't have a resident proof at all of the place where I was living, because being in the government job, my husband kept getting transferred. So I had nothing, in my hand to show it. So I had a lot of difficulty in procuring a driving license. That reminds me that I wasn't allowed to drive my car. We had two cars that, oh, you can't drive. There's so much traffic. You will bang and this, that. And now when I have, started taking my own decisions, actually, I got my DL made myself. I got my Aadhaar, everything updated myself.
Wonderful.
I had no idea how to do it. And now I go into the traffic, complete traffic, crazy traffic, and I drive around. It's just a matter of, just
Taking a step.
determination. It is just determination that, okay, I can do it. And it's really not difficult, I mean, it's just a small thing. It's a small battle, but it feels great that you win that battle. What is not in your hands is not in your hands, but what is in your hands? Why are you stopping yourself from fighting that and winning that battle? So
What we
this is a
think
question
is,
and answer.
yeah, once marriage is over, we think that completely dependent on the husband for everything.
Yes, absolutely.
So that we have to maybe keep it aside and see that we are also as independent, and we entered into a partnership for marriage.
Very true.
Otherwise, if we lose the job, we don't have a salary slip. And if we don't get a another PAN card or driving license, voter ID, so all these things are very, very essential. And also, why do we change the family name? In India,
Yes.
once we get married, we change the family
Biggest
name.
name.
It's completely patriarchy. So try to continue the name of our parents' family who gave us birth on this world, to come onto this world.
Very valid
So that's
points.
my advice also. That's my advice also. Because I changed my family name, and now every other day I have to just go and update it. And this time when I got my driving license, I made it in my maiden name, and I cannot tell you how happy I felt. After 20 years, I saw my father's name on my iCard, and these are the people who will stick by me, even though my dad is no more, he died 30 years back. But still, just to see that name, it just gives me so much power. It gives me strength that these are the people who are actually my pillars. and I would like my iCards to be there in that name. So I definitely would suggest that we must not change our name, seriously, because earlier it was
Yeah.
difficult to have a different name in the passport. Now we don't have these kind of situation anymore. You can have a different passport. Your husband can have his own name in the passport. You can have your own. So those
Yes,
problems
yes.
do not exist anymore.
Anymore, definitely the changes have started happening in society, but still long way to go. And as our fighter has shared so many practical problems she's facing as a single mother now, so I'm sure we in coming time we will be having solutions to those challenges, because definitely it will be helping her to lead a normal life for herself and her kids. So, yes, friends, these sharings are enlightening for every woman. Share with your network how much important it is to know about your finances, to know where are you standing in life. Are you aware about all these small, small facts in your life? Life goes on normal, but suddenly if there is a break, are you prepared to face it? We have to make sure that we are confident enough and aware enough to face any such challenges. So start creating awareness for all the things which are required in life. So yes, our fighter, last message, I will request you to share some message for our viewers.
Yes, thank you, Charu. What I would like to say is that, when you stop bleeding, even sharks swim away. But when you get married, some husbands turn out to be worse than sharks. Like my husband has put all his energies in teaching me a lesson. But will I stop? Will I learn? Will I just, obey and become submissive as I've been? No, I won't do that. I have already learned my lesson, and that is, I want to be fearless. And the moment I've started taking my own decisions to become healthier, like I had gained a lot of weight, I took it on myself that he will not do anything. He used to say that I will get you this package to get you to lose weight and all that. But when I gained weight, he would say, "Come on, start running with me. That's how you will lose weight." And I was not a runner. I was not someone into jogging. So the moment I started taking my own decisions, okay, this is how I'm going to start losing the weight that I have gained during the pregnancy. I just started feeling empowered that my decisions are so good for me. They are the best for me. And I would like to give this message to all the lovely ladies listening to this conversation, that please just believe in yourself. Just take your own decisions. I'm not saying be selfish. Don't just go bagawat kar do apne ghar walon se. No, we as women, we don't want to do that. We want to be accepted in our families. But have a say. If you want to do something, just say that this is what I wish to do. And if you do not want to do it, please don't do it. It's not worth it. Nobody is going to give you a medal at the end of the day that you have sacrificed so much of your life. You have given us so much, and here is a medal for you. Nobody does that. The moment you show that you give your decisions to them, they don't like it. They are used to you listening to them. They don't like to listen to you, most of them. So this is my advice to all the powerful ladies, that we as women are, we depict strength. We give birth. Who can be more powerful than
Yep.
this? So please, ladies, believe in yourself. This is
Thank you
my
so
message to
much.
you.
Thank you so much for such an empowering message sharing. Fighter, lots of wishes to you. And yes, Dr.
Thank you.
Kirti, some message from you for our viewers.
Whatever is the education we have is not the degrees, but it should come in the action when the situation comes up. Even the educated woman, even in a government service, husband is there, she is not getting maintenance. So here the fight is going on, where you can see the petition running on change.org. And what we believe is change is possible. Yes, be a part of it. And I need your support. Thank you so
Wonderful.
much.
Do check out the link. Dr. Kirti is running a petition which can be helpful for women who are seeking maintenance for themselves. So please check out the link and support Dr. Kirti's initiative, and we can help out so many women across there. Thank you so much to Fighter. Thank you so much, Dr. Kirti, for your time and wonderful sharing. And do share with your network friends. We have to raise this awareness that yes, women empowerment is a must, and every woman should be aware about herself and her rights. Thank you so much. Best wishes
Yes.
to
Thank
you,
you for your
Fighter.
time.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Dr.
Thanks a
Kirti.
lot for your
Thanks a
time.
lot. Bye-bye.